Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCH81 and today I would like to do a quick comparisons for this Mafex Tiger Stripe Wolverine as well as this Mafex Brown Wolverine.
I'm confused right now, G.
Okay, so I know this is not a very proper comparisons because it's a two different Wolverine altogether, but I think some of you guys actually asked me what is the differences other than the paint. There are some other differences whereby this brown Wolverine doesn't have this shoulder pad, as you can see, and they actually painted his shoulder brown as well, so cover some of the hair. But I do see that this original Wolverine, the shoulders, this looks a little bit bigger as compared to this. Maybe it's the same mold after all, but it just looks a bit bigger. Yeah, and this for this part itself, it looks very much the same. As for the body, you can see that it's also very much the same. And even the belt, I think, is exactly the same belt, and the same goes for the legs. I think it's the same legs, and even at this portion is the same, just a different paint. And as you can see, the yellow of it is also very different because this is like a very bright yellow, and this one they do have some orange shadings on it to make it look slightly darker. And let's compare the head so you can see it's very much the same head, same expressions, and again the yellow is different. Okay, so yeah, so basically this is very much the same figure except for the paint and the shoulder pads. And of course not to forget, the claw is very much different as well. You can see the original one is totally straight, and all together I just love the brown one even more. Yeah, you can see that it's banded and it's all well spread. I think there are some tutorials to teach us how to, you know, widen this gap so that it looks spread out, but for me, I just like to keep it as it is. Yep. And next we'll go to the accessory. Both of them do comes with the same set of accessories. They both come with a pair of open palms hands, a pair of closed fist hands, another mask head, but this time around is of different expression. As you can see, the original Tiger Stripe Wolverine just comes with an angry face, but the brown Wolverine just comes with like a smirking face. As for the unmasked head, is different as well. You can see the original one comes with a angry face, and the brown Wolverine just comes with an open mouth screaming face, and the skin tone is different as well. This Wolverine mask is exactly the same except for the paint here, where the brown Wolverine is black and here is Tiger Stripe is on yellow. And as I mentioned, the yellow is slightly different as well. The brown one is slightly darker. So yes, you can see that they both comes with the same amount of accessory. I'm glad that they actually give a different expressions for both of the extra heads. And some of you guys actually mentions that the original Tiger Stripe Wolverine is actually slightly taller as compared to the brown Wolverine. So let's find out whether it is true or not. And I believe not. As you can see, they are of the same height. Even the shoulder is the same. I mean, you can see right here in the close-up, yeah, they are both of the same height. Maybe it's because of some of you guys actually have the heads higher so that it looks taller, but now you can see side to side is actually the same height. And of course, since both of them are of the same mold, so they are having the same articulations, as you can see. And the only things that you need to really take note is that this brown Wolverine have these two shoulder pads, which is rather fragile, so you do have to be very careful when you're posing him. But with the brown Wolverine, you can just play however you want to because there is no restrictions there. But this shoulder pad does not pose any restrictions when it comes to the arm articulations. Just something that you have to take notes when you're posing him. Now, since they are both of the same mold, of course we can do some head swapping as well. So you can see that I did swap the heads for these two Wolverine. So there are some skin tone differences, as this Tiger Stripe Wolverine is slightly more pale as compared to this brown Wolverine. So you can see that his face is darker than the arms, but from afar it doesn't really make much difference. The same goes for this one. Yeah, you can see that the mouth here is more pale than the arm, but from afar it really doesn't really show. Just that the yellow is brighter than the body, so that's pretty obvious. And the same goes for this yellow, it doesn't really match. And next, as you can see, I did swap the unmasked head as well. So it just looks very odd with the tiger stripe mask because of the yellow here. You can use back the original one. And the face, I think, is still okay, like small pill, but from afar it's not that obvious. And from here, yeah, I think it just looks good with this face on this body. But yeah, you can't use the brown Wolverine because you can see the brown here, so it just looks pretty odd. But head swapping wise, it's possible. And I do know there are a lot of customizers out there that actually selling this claw for this Wolverine, because I think some of you guys actually love the classic look of the Wolverine with this brown Wolverine claw. Of course, they repainted the hands. Yeah, so you can see that I actually swap it, so it actually works as well, but it looks very odd with a different color. But this Wolverine with this claw just looks good as well. But as for me, I think I'm okay to stick with it. At least it shows something difference between the two Wolverine. Yeah, it's kind of unique for this straight one. I actually grew to like it. Okay, so in overall, I do think that these two are very much the same Wolverine, yet at the same time it feels different because of the claw and also the different expressions of the heads. Yeah, so it really depends on which one you like, although I know most of you guys actually like this one. And I think this brown Wolverine, I actually grew to like it as well because it really do feels very nice. I mean, it's something different of the usual Wolverine that we usually see. And also the X-Force Wolverine, I didn't get that because of just doesn't work for me. The you know, the white and gray paint it just feels weird, so I didn't get that one. But I believe it will be almost the same case like these two. Maybe there are some differences as well. So so it's really up to you guys. If you can hunt this guy down, I definitely recommend it. But if you can't, this guy is definitely worth your money as well. So I do hope that you like this comparison, and I'll catch you guys again in my next video.